In this SI training video, we will be discussing the foundational SI techniques. Using these three foundational techniques, we set ourselves apart from other resources like tutoring. The techniques are redirecting questions, wait time, and check for understanding. With redirecting questions, the goal is encouraging students to come to conclusions themselves. There are a few ways you can redirect a question. You can answer a student's question with a follow-up question, which is great for providing them with clarity in their own understanding and showing them areas that they might be missing. You can pose a question to the other students in the session to increase student involvement and give them an opportunity to show the information that they know. And you can utilize breakout rooms in Zoom for group and partner work where they can collaborate with one another. The benefits of this are, first, for the students, they're more likely to succeed when they go into the test day because they're able to get to the answer themselves instead of just having the answer in their brains. And for us as leaders, it breaks our tendency to immediately jump in and help and give them the answers. Instead, we're teaching them how to come to the answers themselves. Here are a few examples for redirecting questions. In scenario A, it's a problem-solving question. So questions that involve math and some chemistry problems as well. How did you get that answer? Our response can be breaking it down into steps, starting with the first step and then going from there. Or we can focus on what we need to solve the problem. What equations do we need? What formulas are we missing that we don't have? What within the problem can help us to come to the solution? You can also readdress the group and help to make the students less uncomfortable. You can ask students to help another student out if they're missing a step or they made a mistake and they need help to come to the right conclusion. In the second scenario, you have a vocabulary question. How do you know what's blank? Which is common in subjects like biology, chemistry, accounting, and subjects like this. Our response when we get this question can be, well, what do we know about it? Who knows why it's blank? And we can refer back to our notes and refer back to class so that they can use their resources to come to the answers. Moving on to wait time. Wait time is the time after a leader asks a question before a student answers. This time should typically last around 15 to 20 seconds, or around the amount of time it takes to sing happy birthday in your head. There's a lot of benefits of wait time. This is going to allow the students time to think, and for the more apprehensive students, it gives them a chance to work up the courage to speak in front of the group. It's going to give you time to pause so that you don't jump in and answer the problem too quickly, and it will increase the quality and the quantity of the answers that you receive. On Zoom, you can use wait time by asking students to unmute themselves when they want to answer, or using the chat feature to answer a question as well. The third technique is check for understanding. Checking for understanding is making sure the students understand the concepts before moving on. This allows them to show that they know the material, and allows you to see if the students can explain the topics in their own words and then provide more clarification or practice if they're unable to do so. A few tips. Ask questions that summarize the concept, that way you can give them the opportunity to wrap up everything they've learned into succinct statements. Ask students who have not yet participated to answer questions. When checking for understanding, here are some do's and don'ts. Do ask open-ended questions, as opposed to asking broad, close-ended, or yes-no questions. Asking questions like, does that make sense? Did everyone get that? Is anyone confused? Gives students an easy out to say, yeah, that makes sense, or no, I'm not confused, without showing you that they understand the material. Instead, have students explain it back to you. Ask questions related to a specific topic, and encourage collaboration. Have them explain it to their partner if they're in person, or utilize breakout rooms if you're over Zoom. Don't allow the same person to answer all the questions, and don't give them the answers, but instead help them to come to the answers themselves. In summary, you'll use these three techniques in all of your sessions. For you as a leader, it will help you to set expectations for participation and encourage collaboration, and it will make your SI sessions better. For the students, it will give them time to think, and it will help them to build and develop the study techniques and skills they need to be successful in their class and outside of your SI sessions.